Hey guys, Jamiy, and today we're doing a tier list. Now I've actually been asked quite a lot to actually do a tier list. I was originally just going to wait until the breeding system came out to do one, and also then we have like more moves and stuff like that with the special moves and stuff like that, so we might get a little bit more utility out of certain things. I know, like maybe Vesperatu, but I thought I'd do one now and then I'd do another one once the breeding system comes out, and actually I can then actually get like my own opinion, like saying what's a little bit better than also it was before. So I'm gonna do this. Also, this is like my opinions. Also, for a lot of Loomians, like, I've used quite a lot of them, but there are some that I haven't really used too much, like, for example, Swalders. I can't exactly, like, put Swalder fairly accurate, but I'll put it to what I would think it would probably go on. So, also, like I said, this is most of my opinions. If you guys have different opinions, let me know in the comments down below if you just decide that maybe I didn't, like, tier something right in your opinion, or maybe I, like, tiered something too high, but I guess we'll jump into it then. So I think first we're going to do the starters. Also, I should mention Geklo is not on this list at all. Also, I think I'll leave this in the description if you want to go do it yourself, and then just send me a tweet on it, and I might like go and like some. But yeah, but tier list, I haven't really used it before, so I don't know if exactly how this works. Also, I didn't know how many tiers I need, so I just went from like I think I have 10. I just got S plus down to H. I mean, technically it should be like A plus, A, B plus, but whatever, but I'm lazy, okay? I just wanted to hit one kill and press enter. So then, I guess we'll lead off then with Zulong, obviously. I feel like Zulong is complete S tier. I feel like it's not S plus tier, just for the fact that you can beat Zulong. Also, just like, it can hit very hard, and it can hit basically a lot of things hard because of its typing, except from like Gastroke, Wiki, and I guess Florent are like right now the only things that can like deal with it really easily. Whereas like stuff like Himber, like, yeah, Himber can beat it, but it's still gonna take a lot of chip damage away. So I feel like also Zulong is gonna be like S tier. I think the next one I'm gonna do is Luminami. Now, secret ability Luminami, it's also its power napper. It's kind of like similar to Regenerator. Apparently, it's not. Is it 50% or 1/3? I can't remember if it's 50% or 33% that it was in Pokemon. But in this game, apparently, it's only 25% now. With the secret ability, I would probably say S plus tier, maybe S tier, like somewhere around tier, but normal ability, Luminami, because I'm probably gonna like list the starters as normal abilities. Like, you can get the secret abilities, but the amount of people that probably have them is like very, very limited. So for a normal ability, Luminami, I would probably put it A tier. I mean, it can deal with a lot. Its typing is also really good. Water Light is amazing. I mean, Light in general is just really good right now. Next up, I guess, then is Tatab. I feel like Tatab, honestly, is kind of like A or B. I want to put, like, I want to say Tatab is probably A. I mean, Tatab is kind of difficult to deal with, really. I mean, it just comes in and hits hard. I mean, it's going to be even more good when he gets an actual melee plant move, so that's going to be great. So I feel like Tatab is still, like, A, very close behind Zulong. I mean, I feel like on most teams, Zulong is a little bit scarier than Zulong, depending on what the team is against, I guess. I think next up low will be Serenite. Where's Serenite? I feel like Serenite's still top threat. I'm not gonna say I could put it on with Tata, but I still think Serenite is still really strong. I mean, also it's got a Borok can like outspeed it and one shot it with Muckbuck. Sedimars, I'm pretty sure can like take hits pretty well from it. But other than those two, on I guess Himber, which I guess still people use Himber, but Himber still gets hit very hard by Serenite. But Serenite, I mean, if the opponent like makes one mistake, Serenite is like setting up super easily, and it's just like doing monster damage. Like, it hits really hard, and I mean, it is pretty difficult to deal with. I mean, also there are new fire types, but also, and the metal also giving it like a 4 times weakness and an electric weakness. I still feel like Serenite is still really, really strong, and I feel like it really deserves to be there still. I think next, let's see, what other starters have we got? I guess Valkyrie? I think for Valkyrie, I mean, it's a little bit better now, because also, I mean, Obsidian, I guess, which I don't think that's like all the reason, but I mean, a lot of people use Obsidian. I feel like Valkyrie is probably like maybe D tier, maybe? Like, I don't think it's like as high as these, but it's not bad now, I guess. I mean, also got to watch out for the fire types, but I mean, it's not bad. It's just that I don't think it's great, I guess. Again, I haven't really used a Valkyrie. That's like one of the few stat. That's actually the only stats that I actually haven't used yet. So yeah, might be better low, but right now I guess it's what we're in a mix set with like Holy Slash, Power Focus, and then just Luster Lutans, Gamma Pulse. That's how I probably would run it, to be honest. But also it's waiting for a metal move that's range attack, I guess, for it to be even better. And use that monster range attack. Okay then. Next up, I would probably do Vesperatu. I'd probably say Vesperatu's probably around here. And I'm actually just going to slap Himber on there as well. Himber like is probably like somewhere around here as well, but I'll put them both on the same. I feel like with the amount of fire types in the game now, and it's not just the fire types obviously, but I feel like it's a lot harder. I mean, honestly, Vesperatu's got all the ancient types now, Volcaloa and Obsidian to deal with, and then still got Luxor to deal with, which still one-shots it. So I feel like Vesperatu isn't exactly that great. You can still use it, it's just a lot harder to use it. Same with Himber. Himber's probably still really good. I feel like it's a little bit easier to use Himber maybe, but I feel like Himber just gets outclassed by other tanks, because I'm pretty sure Himber's the only tank other than Sedimar to actually get like self-healing moves, whereas everything else can actually heal and is a good tank. So I feel like Himber's like kind of easy to chip away, but that's where I would personally put it. But yeah, I feel like Valkyrie has a little bit more usage than Himber. Maybe like I could put all these on the same tier, but I feel like that's where I would probably put them. So I guess next up, let's do Ikazune. I feel like Ikazune is probably C, a little bit below Seer Knight, or tied with Seer Knight, because it comes in. Also, it's not super quick, but it outspeeds basically all the tanks. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it gets outspeed by any tanks except for maybe also Vesperatu, and I think that's it. But also speed is a bit lackluster, and defenses are completely like obsolete. I mean, it's gonna get one-shots by most things in the game, but for the tanks, it's a pretty good wall breaker, I feel like. I mean, there are like, I guess Obsidian is like right now like the best way to deal with it, but it's gonna do a lot of damage still either way. So I feel like Ikazune I'd probably put pretty high up, just for the fact it's a good wall breaker, especially like power focus, and it can run power cuss as well, which is good. For Duskit low, I'd probably put Duskit honestly like around here. I'll put it here. I mean, it has its usage, but it hasn't got a great mind move. It only has brainwash, and the spirit typing just really isn't that strong. It's probably one of the weaker typings in my opinion, but that's where I probably would put the starters on the legendaries or the roamers even. Okay, next up, I guess we'll work backwards then. So I guess we'll work with Obsidian. Obsidian, I would probably put it maybe B tier. I feel like B or C. I'm going to put it in B tier. I mean, super tanky. The only downside, like, really, I feel like there's only one downside to the Obsidian right now, but, I mean, it's got Primal Slash, good stab move, and it can, like, crit. It's got a setup move, it's got Scapegoat, it's got self-healing that also you can't use, when you use it, you can't make any turns, like, you can't attack anyone. But it gives you a +1 defenses, which is, I think, pretty good. Just so it can, like, guarantee itself to basically get that healing option, but it can be, like, a downside as well. But I feel like the only like bad thing about Obsidian is that it only really has Primal Slash, and it hasn't really got any other great moves yet. So I feel like that's the only one really downside of well, I guess there's technically two. Like, it only has Primal Slash, which also can be taken advantage of very easily for like metal typings and Valkyrie. It's basically anything that resists it, like light types, like Loomian. But also you can set up fairly easy on quite a lot of quite a few Loomians, I guess, and also the fact that if it does need to go for the Beast Lumber, it can be taken advantage of if you get predicted, I guess, so maybe C, but I'll put it on B for now. Okay, then next, I actually forgot about the rats, also got to do the rats. Luxor and Umbrat. Now, before this update, the second gym, I would probably say Umbrat was a little bit better. It could utilize Quick Pounce, it still can use it a lot better. And just that, Umbrat just had more strengths really than Luxor. It just had more stuff that could hit super effective. But I think for this update, I feel like they're both. I think honestly they're both the exact same. I'd probably put them in B or A. I would put them in A. I mean, they still are probably the hardest hitters, maybe except from like Eruptodon, but these are like probably still the hardest hitters. So if I had to, I might do that. But I think that's fine. I mean, actually no, I think these are a little bit easier. I'm gonna do that. I think these are a little bit easier to take out than also these two. So I'll put these two a little bit lower. But also, a lot of people ask me like which one should I use. Also, I shouldn't recommend. I would say if these aren't secret ability, I'd probably put them like down here somewhere, like maybe like something like that. But if I'm talking about the secret abilities, if you're running the secret abilities, they're both about the same, honestly. But honestly, if you want to use one of them, just really look at your team. I guess like if your teams are like very weak to Gastro, Florance, and Luminami, and also go for your boy Umbrat, which also Obsidian and Ventation tank Umbrat pretty well. Whereas Luxor gets tanked by the three that Umbrat's good against, Luminami, Florent, and Gastroke, but also does really well against Obsidian and Ventation, what also Umbrat can't really do too much about. So I feel like they got like a good, they both can hit things really, really hard now. So I feel like they're both really, really good. So I'd probably put them around there. Kayla, next up, I guess we'll actually do Sorcha. Honestly, Sorcha's not really worth using. I mean, it's a little bit higher than Geklo, okay, but I don't have Geklo on this list because it doesn't evolve. Don't really use Geklo. Its typing is good, but its stats, moves aren't really that great. Wait until it evolves, okay. But Sorcha, stats kind of suck. Signature move kind of sucks right now. You kind of need the secret ability for it as well, and that's basically it. It doesn't really get anything else, so we've got to wait a bit for Sorcha to get better. Next up, let's do Gastroke. I feel like Gastroke's probably about the same as Obsidian, honestly, so I'm going to just slap it there. It's really tanky. Maybe B, but I'll put it C. I mean, you can beat it, just hit it hard with melee attacks, then it goes down eventually, but I feel like that's fine. I guess Krakaloa, thinking about it like for tanks, I'd probably say F. It's a little bit better now also that I completely changed its stats to what they were because they were really trashed, but I feel like I haven't really actually seen anyone use this thing yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't actually seen this thing once in PvP, but I'll put it pretty low. It doesn't really do much, to be honest. At least, like I said, I haven't actually used it, but I can't exactly imagine it doing too much, so I'll put it like probably to the bottom of the list right now. Maybe a little bit higher, like, but I haven't seen it being used, and I haven't used it myself, so I'd probably just put it there for now. Let me see, what else do we have? I guess Ventation. I feel like Ventation isn't as good as these. I'm putting it a little bit lower, maybe E. I mean, it has Geyser, it has Scapegoat, has Soft Water, and Dodge Spam is how I run it. I mean, it has Eerie Stare, which I guess is alright, but probably not if you're in the range sets. But also Geyser is just good. I mean, it's a melee tank, and it can burn the melee tank, the melee attackers, offensive attackers. So it becomes even more of a melee tank. So I feel like that alone would probably put it up there, but also, I guess in the same situation as Gastroke, just hit it with range attacks, it'll go down eventually, basically, so I'll put it a little bit low. Other than that, let's see, what else do we have? Wiki, actually. I'd honestly would put Wiki at the same level as Gastroke, but because I haven't used it, I've seen a little bit of people use it, but I haven't really seen them use it well. Maybe except from like maybe an odd instance, but I'll put it a little bit lower just for the fact that I haven't used it myself and I haven't really seen too many people use it amazing. So I'll put it a little bit lower on Gastroke, but I think it has like the same potential as Gastroke, especially like health gift and stuff like that. And it actually has Sap Plant, so Leech Seed, so great. So I'll put it down here low, maybe down here, but I think that should be fine. Next up, let's see, what else do we have? I guess actually the other one, Chartika. Chartika, I think, is a pretty good wall breaker. I've only seen one person use it, or maybe two, and that's honestly it. I would probably put Chartika maybe on the same level, maybe? Actually, maybe a little bit low. I feel like there should be fine. Like, I feel like fairly low down on the list, but not super low, I guess. Like, actually, speaking about it, I guess I'll be lowered even more then. So I feel like that should be fine. Like maybe on D, but with Chartiki or Wiki even. But it can hit hard. It has pretty good moves. It has photosynthesis. So I mean, it's good, but I haven't really seen people use it. I want to say here, although I'm gonna stick it here. I feel like it's pretty good, honestly. I think it's better than these, I guess. I'll put it here for now. Also, it's slow. Can't really take a hit too well, but it can do. It's good. I guess it's a good wall breaker. Gets outclassed, I guess, by Kazune, but the plant typing moves, I guess, aren't exactly that bad. So I'll put it there for now. Again, I haven't used one. I haven't seen too many people use it as well. Let's see. What else? I guess we'll do Terrafly. Terrafly, I would probably put... If I'm putting it here, I feel like Chartika goes down. I'd probably put Terrafly about here as well. The only reason why I use it is Barbs, because mine's a secret ability and I don't have an ambush one, and again, I don't really want to get an ambush one because I'm probably going to go for a better UP one once breeding comes out, so I'm waiting for it. But for ambush, especially like, I guess the set that IE's running right now, maybe a little bit higher, but I feel like it's too high for Terrafly. I mean, it's not really that great, to be honest, right now. So I feel like I'll put it down here. Honestly, maybe down here. Like, I feel like the only like real purpose that most people run it, well, me, is Poison Barbs. That's basically it. I'll put it like about here, though. I think that should be fine. Okay, then next up, I guess Cinemoth. I feel like Cinemoth is a little bit better than Krakaloa, but it doesn't really do much, to be honest. I feel like it's not really worth running, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know about Cinemoth. I feel like it's not really worth running, to be honest. Okay, Swalder, I'd probably put a little bit higher, but I don't think Swalder's as good as these, so maybe that. Maybe that. I think that might be a little... Actually, that might be about the same, maybe. I don't exactly know how great Swalder is. Like, it's got a little bit of a stat buff. Also, its speed's got increased by a little bit. Attack got increased by a little bit, so it can hit okay. Gets rid of Barbs. But I'll put it on the same as Cinemoth, I guess. Doesn't really do too much though. I mean, right now the meta game isn't really kind to it, other than, I guess, Wiki and Gas Joke. But I mean, Terrafly can set up Barbs and deal with those two as well with Parasitize, so I feel like probably a little bit lower than Terrafly. I think that's fine for it though. Florence. I still think Florence is actually pretty good. I don't think it's as great right now, so I'll put it down with the two lesser starters, I guess. So I think that's should be fine. Also, it's becoming a longer video now. Damn. I was hoping this would be like a not too long a video, but I forgot there's like 30 different Loomians. So I think Florent, that's fine. I mean, I want to put it higher, honestly. I haven't really used one, and I don't really see anyone using it anymore. I feel like that should be fine, though. I would put Volcaloa on the same level as this, maybe? Yeah, I'd say I'd put Volcaloa there. It's not exactly amazing. Like, it can hit stuff, I guess, okay-ish hard, but I feel like the tanks just, like, completely tank it. I mean, Firen's Ancient, I feel like, don't really do too much together that well, at least not right now. I think that should be fine for it, though. Maybe C. Maybe I'll stick it in C, maybe, but I feel like it probably deserves the D tier more. Kalen, I guess Ragoon. I love Ragoon, honestly. Secret ability, I kind of like using it, but I don't think it's really that great still. But I will put it D. I can see a lot of potential in it if you like get like the right matchups, but also the secret ability, you kind of have to rely on that good matchup for it. Otherwise, it's not really that great. I'll put it around here low. I still think it's pretty good in my opinion. Actually, maybe a little bit higher. Maybe C, but I'm not gonna get pushy. Okay, I don't push my luck too far with Ragoon. That should be fine. We actually haven't touched Borok. Borok yet. For Borok, I would probably put Borok down here and put Sedimars up here. Sedimars right now also Borok has boast, so it gets good attack stat, basically on almost everything. Sedimars though has Hasty, which is, no, I don't think it's I mean, also 1.5 times increase, I think it's like 20%, so not as much, but also it gets Earthquake, which is better than Mugbuck, and it gets Raging Tackle, which right now can hit everything in the game for neutral damage or super effective, so great in itself. So I feel like Sedimars is a little bit better than Balrog, but yeah, I'll put Sedimars here maybe C, but again, probably in the middle. Next up then, Avatros, kind of forgot about this boy. I want to say still, in my opinion, pretty good. It can get rid of Barbs, it can deal good damage, it has self-recovery, and speed boost, which you don't really need speed boost right now. I mean, it's the second quickest thing in the game, so I would probably say I want to put it on C, but I don't really think it's that worthy of it. But if I feel like if I bring Avatros down to D, I feel like Volcolor should also get decreased, but I'll put it there. But it can get tanked pretty easily by quite a lot of stuff, but I feel like that should be fine. I'm mostly kind of thinking about putting it in D, but I'll leave it in C. I'll leave it in C. Like I said, I mean, right now, I have got an Avatros and I do use it, but mine isn't that great. It can take out some, like, good threats, like, it can nuke the fire types. It can do good, I'm pretty sure it one-shots Tatab. Also the bug types, really good, and get through the barb, so yeah, sure. I mean, it can hit hard, as long as they don't resist air. That's basically it. Eruptodon is next. I feel like Eruptodon, I feel like it wouldn't be fair if I put it lower or the same as Chautika. It hits hard. I want to say Eruptodon, it's not as quick as the rat slow, so even though it can nuke, I feel like dark and light typing is a little bit better than fire, so I'm going to put Eruptodon here. A little bit higher than Chautika, because also they both are kind of like, I guess this is a wall breaker. Well, I guess they're both wall breakers, but Eruptodon just nukes things harder in my opinion, especially with the secret ability as well, so I'll put Eruptodon here. Maybe one more, but also it's fairly slow, can get sped pretty easily, and defense is not exactly the best, I'll say that. Next up then was just the spirit types. Ursoul, I would put down here, like here or here. I'll put it on E. I feel like it's not as bad as these, but it's very situational right now. It's not really that, it's not really amazing. Defenses are kind of meh. Attacks goods, but that's basically it. That's basically it. Speed's alright. I mean, I guess like a little bit like average, I guess, like mediocre, but it's basically just hits hard. Doesn't really take too many hits. Brawler's good, I guess, but I don't think it really gets any great brawler moves yet. Spirit typing again. Spirit typing is fairly weak, honestly, so I feel like it goes down here. For Ursoul, I would probably put Ursoul in probably D or C again, but I'm going to leave it in the D tier, I feel like. I mean, again, Spirit typing, not exactly that great. Fire typing, pretty good, but it only has Blaze Chomp, so yeah, I mean, once it gets Fire Breath, I'd honestly put it a bit higher, but I think right now, that is where I would put everything. I think that's every Loomian except for mostly Geklo that is in the game, honestly, so that is where I would think I would put everything. I mean, honestly, most of the stuff I feel like would probably go in, like, the middle. Like, D is like your average, like, yeah, anything above this line is, like, pretty good. Everything, like, on this line is, like, average, and everything below is, like, harder to use. Like, honestly, everything on the D or above is good, like, is usable. You can win quite a lot of battles with them. Everything below E, I guess D and above is good to use. E is good but harder to use, and everything under E, honestly, is kind of like not really worth using in my opinion. I think that's how I would probably do it. Like I said, I feel like Loomians right now, a lot of them can be used pretty well. It's just that there's quite a few of them that also don't really get too much, and also since we are really early into the game, we need a lot more moves. Like, also, like, base stats would be nice to have starting to get increased, but I feel like that is where I would list everything right now. Like I said, though, this is my opinion. If you guys have different opinions, then let me know in the comments down below where you would reposition something. Also, this video is a lot longer than intended, 25 minutes, so I'm going to end it off now. I was honestly intended to be a 10-minute video, but I've kind of forgot there's like 30 Loomians now, I guess. That like fully evolved, but for now, that's where I put it. I'm going to probably do another one of these videos after the Rally Ranch has been added into the game, once we get like the new special moves, and then also I guess like we unlock the ability to get starters secret abilities a lot easier now. So I feel like I'll do that after that, and we'll see exactly like where I reposition some of the stuff. But anyway, I'm leaving off there. I'll see you guys next time.